What up, what up? Hello, YouTube. Man, it's so amazing how the weeks and days just like wind down until it's like, damn, I'm almost late. Dang, brother can never get on time. Anyway, UFC 117, Silva versus 7. This is a fight. It's kind of it's hard for me to really talk about. It's something, it has a lot of people I want to see, but it's something I have a hard time, just really getting excited about. I mean, it's like a lot of fighters I want to see, and also a lot of fighters I don't, a lot of fighters I don't want to see. It's very interesting. I mean, like I said, it's like the whole main card is basically a Brazil versus USA dynamic, and like a grappler versus striker dynamic, except for of course the Almeida Hughes fight. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Now, of course, the main event is Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen. Um, Anderson Silva is just a weird story. I mean, after every dominant performance, people rave about how great he is and what a pound for pound beast he is. And after every lackluster win, people, just drop him a level, just get like real perplexed with him. Um, Whether he's, dancing around or destroying people in seconds, the guy is the greatest fighter in the world. I mean, you may not always like his fights, but my thing with Anderson Silva is basically this. This guy, as the best fighter in the world, as Dana's handpicked #1 pound for pound in the world, this guy's worthy of putting the best matchups you could possibly get. Um, and as a fan, it's like it's starting to get like boxing, where my patience is just starting to get very thin. I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather fight, Sugar Shane Mosley, or Manny Pacquiao fight Cotto, or whoever it is he fought last. I want to see Pacquiao versus Mayweather. I want to see Anderson Silva versus the best fighters in the world. And the best fighters in the world, as I just made clear, are not at middleweight. Chael Sonnen, God bless him. This guy is just really he's really come on in his last 3 fights. He's beaten 3 legitimate contenders, and Dan Miller, Yushin Okami, and Nate Marquardt. Those are the top contenders. The best available, I think, in the middleweight division. And he just, dominated them and blew through them. However, those guys, as I said before, even though they are the best the middleweight division has to buy, they are like not just head and shoulders below, but probably knees and ankles below Anderson Silva. Um, and Chael Sonnen, it's like the talking and all this stuff. I mean, it's entertaining, but as like a fight promotion goes, it's like I'm not really enthused by it because I think like now you go to fight promoting a fight, you could talk about Dan Hardy. The dude, he exuded confidence. He talked his skills up. He showed you what he could do, and you could just really feel his confidence going into the fight, and really see him during the fight. I mean, he really promoted the fight, and that's kind of like how you promote a fight right there. I said promote a fight way too many times. I apologize. I mean, that's how you really talk this up. Chael Sonnen just getting in front of a mic and saying whatever. I mean, it's funny sometimes. The whole like one Nogueira is a punching bag, the other one I just ignore. That's a good snap. But like this isn't a stand up comedy. This is a fight. And like I said, what he says and what he's doing doesn't make me take him any more seriously. In fact, it makes me take him less seriously. It just seems like he's talking shit and just cashing in. This is his moment in the sun, and he's just gonna live it up until Anderson Silva runs him over. And that's kind of what I see going. Chael Sonnen is, of course, a very dominant wrestler. Has been taking down real dominant grapplers, controlling them and beating their heads in. However, I think again his style or something. I mean, a lot of people complain about him being boring. I don't think Chael Sonnen is boring. I think he's a very good fighter. I like what he does as far as dominating guys and just really active on the ground. However, that activity has also got him submitted many times, and I don't think he's going to be able to control Silva for the full 25 minutes. I just think he's also kind of a sloppy fighter, very arrogant. You know, and I think that's going to get him in positions with Anderson Silva, because Anderson Silva is dangerous everywhere all the time. And if he presses the action, which he's probably going to have to do against Silva to really do anything, that's just going to leave him open to get finished. And like I said it before in a previous video. Yes, he can take Silva down, but Silva's a smart fighter. He can adjust. I mean, he adjusts round around to what you're doing, and like I say, he can shut this down, and he can beat Chael Sonnen, I think, rather easily. And that's how I see it going. Maybe the third round or something. Maybe it lasts that long. You know, it's like Chael surprised me before, but I think this is where his luck runs out. Not that he was lucky to beat those other guys, but I just think this is just where reality sets in. And hopefully after this, they'll give Anderson Silva some really big-time fights. You know what I'm saying? Next up, let me see. You got Roy Nelson versus Junior Dos Santos. This is another fight I'm looking forward to. This is going to determine the #2 contender for the heavyweight title. Junior, it's like I love his boxing. The dude just so fluid, so powerful, and so technical in his approach. You know, it's like I love watching him fight. He's taking on Roy Nelson, a guy I've been critical of the past for, you know, his little weight issues. I mean, he's been looking real good, like fighting, you know, Ultimate Fighter guys and low-level heavyweights. However, you know, against like a guy like Arlovsky or something, dude ran out of gas in like 5 minutes. People like to say, oh, it's just genetics. No, those weren't genetics. Those were Twinkies. Dude has heavy hands, great jiu-jitsu. I'm not sure if he has enough jiu-jitsu to submit Junior Dos Santos. I think Junior Dos Santos Junior Dos Santos has a real good possibility because he showed some real good striking for, you know, real good for a real extended period of time against Mirko. However, the pressure is going to be a little bit different here. Does he have the cardio to hold off Roy Nelson's gut? Does Roy Nelson have enough cardio to hold off his own gut? I think unlike a lot of Junior's fights, this is going to be a fight where a guy really is going to be actively trying to get him to the ground. Gilbert Yvel, Mirko Cro Cop, Stefan Struve, and Fabricio Verdum, they all thought they could strike with him. I think I mentioned in Zaga too. Yeah, they all thought they could strike with him, and you know they stayed up a little bit longer with him than he should. I think Roy Nelson's going to know better. He's really going to want that takedown. But I'm not sure he has enough to submit Junior without getting finished. And I'm also not sure if Junior can really handle the, you know, the onslaught of a ground attack, you know, a concentrated ground attack. So this is what we're going to see. I think considering all that, I'll pick Junior to like probably finish a gassed Roy Nelson. You also have John Fitch versus Thiago Alves. Y'all know how I feel about John Fitch. I'm not going to put that in there too much. I think the way that things are going right now with the scoring system and everything, this just really favors him because Thiago's going to be looking for the knockout. John Fitch is going to be looking for the decision. And with Thiago Alves being out for so long, you know, coming back from, you know, some injuries, some, you know, neurological issues, that he's going to have trouble holding off John Fitch. And, you know, just plus, like I said, the ring rust and everything, plus the weight issues he may have coming into this, it's just going to be real tough. It's hard for me to see Thiago winning this, so I'm pulling for him all the way. I think this is a fight. Whoever wins this is going to get another crack at GSP. But so it works either way. If John Fitch wins this, I get to see him get curb stomped by GSP again. So I think either way it works, but I'm really pulling for Alves. But I don't think with what's going on that he's going to be able to, you know, hold off John Fitch. He's just been like a rolling blanket right now. Like I say, you also have Matt Hughes versus Ricardo Almeida, Clay Guida versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Those are very good fights. You know, very good Brazilian fighters versus, you know, some very scrappy, you know, scrappy American and Clay Guida, and you know, just a grizzled veteran and Matt Hughes, grizzled veteran. He's done. These are some fights, you know, I can't, you know, wait to see how they play out. You got Dustin Hazlett on the, you know, card. You got Ben Saunders, Stefan Struve. You know, it should be a fun night. And like I said, good time should be had by all. I'll be sitting down watching it. But like I said, it's just a fight, very interesting fight. It's kind of hard to see how they play out. In any case, we'll see you then. Hopefully, I'll be back with some new stuff.